Good morning, people. I'm gonna run a round bale and then I'm likely gonna scrape off a little bit of snow. The other night the trace to 1 inch that was predicted was like 3 inches, and but then it got really windy for a couple of days and it kind of blew around a little bit. I passed on this yesterday only because it was minus 23 when we got up yesterday. At 5 in the morning it was minus 23. So I passed on this yesterday only because I can. I just went up and fed some round bales or square bales. So there's no sense in putting the tractor out there in those temperatures if it's not necessary. This isn't $1 million beef or horse ranch. So they survived, we survived. This is a bigger one. Now, let's check for strings. I don't see any strings dragging, so let's get her done. Like I said, really the bale feeder was empty yesterday, but I passed on it because, you know, minus 23. I mean, the grease and everything is pretty stiff, and don't lecture me on what grease to use. That's not the point. The point is, if it can wait till today when it's in the mid-30s, why not? You know, it wasn't necessary yesterday to do that, and when the grease is stiff like that, it's not doing a very good job of lubricating everything until it warms up. So here we are. It's I don't know, 36 or something today. It's crazy, headed for like 40, 41. Crazy. Minus 23 yesterday. I believe that was the coldest recorded temperature after January ever here. So it was frigid, there's no doubt about that. Let's get her out of 4-wheel and get down here. We'll put her in high range for the road. This spot right here, let me see if I can show you guys. This way, looking, you can see just fine. This way is a bit tricky, and I'm not sure how many times we've been coming out of here with tractors and equipment and had some close calls, especially in the summertime when there's trees on all the leaves and shrubbery. It's very hard to see up the road. So this is my view. This is right in front of my face. I can't see jack squat with these bigger bales on. Oh, there's a car coming. I saw that, so I'll stop and wait for them to get by. And I don't know if you can see the horses up there or not. I know the camera doesn't see as well as I do, but looks like the father-in-law threw a few chunks of hay out. So they should be, I should be able to open the gate, get right in. So that makes my life easier actually when I'm coming up here. Otherwise I would have just thrown them hay, but it's a lot better when they're already gone. Oh yeah, I forgot to tell you guys. If you go back and look at pretty much all of my videos from October, November, and into a couple weeks into December, my fuel gauge was always reading full. And I think part of the length of that period of time was my fault. I just kept forgetting to call the dealer. But they came and put a new sender on the fuel tank, and everything's fine now. It is actually nice knowing how much fuel I have. But you know, I got by with it too. So stand by. Oh, crusty snow. A little bit of powder. Let me get in here. And let me get the, any of you guys got experience with muck boots? Well, now mind you, these ones are, God, I don't even know, probably 10 or 12 years old, and I don't wear them much, only in the winter time, and only in the winter time. But boy, these treads on these things, once they get several years on them, they're kind of like R4 tires on a tractor. Like the rubber compound on these things just gets hard as a rock. And Jesus, look at the, where's the tractor? And the compound just gets hard as a rock, and boy, they're slick, very slippery, no tread to them whatsoever, really. But let's get this thing in here. let me show you guys what I mean. The reason I've been asked, I post these pictures and whatnot, videos on all different kinds of places. And with the round shape of the feeder and the square shape of the spear frame, I have to back the bale out just a little bit, or back the spear out of the bale just a little bit, so I can get it set in the middle of the feeder. And that's why I do what I do. I've been asked that question, so I thought I would explain. And we get the gates closed. Yeah, that's a good sized bale right there. Yeah, I know. I kind of tossed you guys all around right there because I decided that I needed two hands. Here's the trouble. Up here when it gets frozen solid, like real solid. So when I drove in here, my right rear tire was coming up over that lump, and then I slid sideways about 4 inches. No big deal, just pointing out a fact. Yeah, some of this stuff is easier with two hands, but I enjoy taking you guys along for the ride. So yeah, that's a freaking big bale, man. That's a good 5-footer right there. A little tractor that could did it. Not that I had any doubts. And then look at this pile out here. That'll be a long time coming before I can get that one cleaned out. Water. They got water. That ain't gonna freeze today. The horses are... You know, here's the thing. I've always said this. A well taken care of horse is a fussy horse. So this goes along with last video I had mentioned, you know, that people ask if we still get waste with these feeders and whatnot. Well, you do, simply because these two horses of ours, they get all the hay they need, they get grained, they're pretty fussy. So if there's anything in those bales that they don't see good enough for Thanksgiving dinner, they'll throw it on the ground. But we'll get back to it. There she is, back to snow goer mode. Supposedly big one coming, but who knows? Time will tell. Sometimes they get it right, sometimes they don't. Oh, the chickens are happy. This is the first time they've been out of the houses in 2 days, because we didn't even open the houses up with it being as cold as it was. So they're probably tickled pink right now. Getting some good egg production again. We're up to probably averaging about 20 a day now out of 34 hens. So I think we're just about back to normal. I mean, with 34 hens, you're not usually going to get much more than that on an average. Or that's a good average. So all right, folks, another quick one. Round bales, man, round bales. That's all I do if there ain't no snow in the winter time. So thanks for watching, and we will catch you again.